What's up, people? Just sitting in Auckland. Richie Patterson has joined us and is going to give us a quick answer to a couple of questions. Very kindly joined us this afternoon before Max Out Friday. Richie, what's up? So, if you could just give us a quick, sort of brief synopsis about yourself, when you started lifting, weight classes you competed in, your personal bests, the competitions, just quick.
Yeah.
Couple of.
Okay. I've been lifting for coming on 14 years. So I started just before I turned 15. I was at a boarding school which had a weightlifting team. Obviously, when I was young, being a Kiwi, I played rugby, and I came off a farm, so I was naturally strong when I went to boarding school. And a friend of mine dragged me into the weightlifting room, mainly for rugby, see if I could get a bit stronger because I was quite small. And then basically started from there. I didn't have a coach for my first year, I just kind of watched and learnt. And then my first coach that came in was actually a powerlifting coach. Mike Reed came in, and he listed some interest in his weights and powerlifting, and to be honest, at that age I didn't know the difference. So I heard lifting, so I just assumed that he could coach the Olympic lifts. And the year that I didn't have a coach, our weightlifting club kind of got dispelled. The weightlifting club got turned into the school shop. So then,
Yes, it does.
Me and my friend went to the principal of our school, which was quite a wealthy school, and said, "Look, we want to continue weightlifting." So they built us a whole new weightlifting gym, and then we got our weightlifting coach, and he learnt basically as we learnt.
Wow.
So I did another 3 years at school of weightlifting and just learning and watching. And down the road, I used to have, there's another weightlifting club, Gillies Ave Weightlifting, which is sort of like the home of New Zealand weightlifting, very old. And at that point, Nigel Avery was training for the Sydney Olympics, and I used to go down and just watch, and that's how basically I learnt, just sitting down and watching the senior members of the New Zealand team train, and then I'd go back and try to implement it in my training. So it's not the best way to learn weightlifting training, and I learnt a lot of poor technique from doing that. Then once I left school, I decided that I wanted to pursue sort of a career and in weightlifting and around weightlifting, so I started studying coaching. So I did a degree in coaching, and at the same time continued on, and lucky enough for my degree and the place I was studying was really flexible around my training, so they allowed me to train and get extensions on things so I could train as a full-time athlete. And at that point I changed coaches to another coach which used very much German volume training and macrocycles and all that. So I went from not really knowing what I was doing to getting, my best results at secondary school was 95 snatch and 115 clean and jerk, weighing around 67 kilograms. And then I went to training properly and having a coach and trying to fix a few things. And my best results as a junior under that program was a 127.5 kilogram snatch. I was weighing 75 kilograms, and I clean jerked 152.5 clean and jerks. So my results went up pretty rapidly once I realised how to train, and I don't know, I was kind of limitless for a while there. I just dreamt of big weights, and it just kept coming. And I guess my coach explained me as one thing that he just couldn't keep the brakes on me at one point. I just wanted to go and go and go, and he couldn't hold me back. I trained like that, and then I got a bit stagnant from the age of 20 to 23. I snatched 135 at 77, and my best clean and jerk was around 158. So it slowed down pretty rapidly. And then after the 2006 Commonwealth Games, I switched to, basically my coach left, so New Zealand Weightlifting put out an advert internationally, and we got a Finnish weightlifting coach, and he basically trained me pure Bulgarian, so complete opposite the way that I was training, and again I got pretty good results out of it. And we changed my technique again to be a little bit more aggressive and suit my body structure a little bit more. So then basically I did that through to 2010, training Bulgarian very aggressively, I'd say. compared to any other sort of videos I watch. Your California Strength, your American gyms like that. I would say I was training probably a bit more aggressive than they were training the Bulgarian system. And, my body handled it, but at the same time, I was eat, sleep, train. I did nothing. I was a full-time athlete for going on 5 years, and it was a little too much. My results went up. I went up to the 85, so I put on body weight, and my best results, I went up to my best snatch at the moment in training is 160, and clean and jerk in training is 195. I've cleaned 200 in competition, missed the jerk, so it went up. But same with the body weight. I needed to put on more body weight with that style of training to reduce my injury chances. And at halfway, I injured my knee and dropped to 77 kilos because I couldn't train so aggressively, and that's where I competed at the Beijing Olympics. My best at 77 under the Bulgarian training style was 176 clean and jerk and a 140 snatch. 77. So that's kind of my basic overview of my.
So obviously you coach a lot, and I've been training under your coaching. How has training in those systems influenced the things you coach today and how you coach?
Well, I guess I learnt the hard way is that, and especially with the lifters that I'm coaching now, the new lifters that have no experience of weightlifting, it's just drilling technique, because it's not hard to get strong, but it's very difficult to change technique.
Yeah.
Once you've installed that poor technique, it's very difficult to.
It's breaking the habits.
Breaking habit. Yeah. So the lifters I'm working with, like a young guy we'll talk about him shortly, it's just. We spent about a year fully just working on rhythm and speed and position of the bar and how a lift should be done rather than pulling a bar high and being inefficient. So teaching a lifter to be efficient with their strength, and then as they build strength, it all converts to their Olympic lift. So that and obviously the mythology behind German training and Bulgarian training. So I've kind of adopted my own semi-system, you'd say, is to I don't necessarily train all my youth lifters the same as I train my older lifters that have a strength base already.
And it's your programming is a slightly, as you said, less aggressive Bulgarian style, where we lift heavy squat with a bit of volume after. We lift heavy on something every day. It's not all lifts, and then Friday is max out and everything. So
yeah, so basically I like the idea of to lift big weights, you've got to lift big weights, but at the same time, in this day and age and the morals we carry as athletes, you can't train the Bulgarian way as aggressively as the Bulgarians did, because you just don't get the recovery.
Without the medicine.
Yeah, you don't get the stimulants and all that sort of stuff. So still allowing the body to go under heavy weights and then going through the movement pattern of, say, a snatch or clean and jerk to follow. So you're still getting that motor control and the rhythm of the lift, but to a lesser degree, and still getting your volume. So we go up, get your intensity through your lift, get your movement pattern through your other lifting, and get your volume and your strength through your squats and pulls. So.
You mentioned Cal McTaggart. He's a young. He's 14.
14, yeah.
14, and he holds the Oceania record for snatch.
Yeah.
In competition, it's 66. 66, but he's just snatched 70, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Last couple of days. Holds the total record. Is that right?
No, if he did that, what he did in training the other day, he did a 70 snatch and 80 clean and jerk. If he does that in competition, that'll be the under 50 kilogram youth Oceania record.
Good. So give us a sort of like a quick bullet point synopsis of what sort of stuff you think about when training somebody so young, and the things that they go through at that sort of stage in life.
Yeah, well, Cam came to me, basically he had 8 years of gymnastics training. So he started gymnastics at the age of 4 or 5, I can't remember what it was. So basically that's the perfect